Hi, I'm Carrie Avery with Paper Wings Productions, and we are doing several demos today in our booth at the Heirloom Production Show. Right now I'm using one of my sparkle stamp sets to do a card for you, using foiling and foiling adhesive. So we're going to do a foiling technique that kind of adds some fun bling to your project.
Ooh.
So this one you've got to be a little patient because you need to allow the foil adhesive time to dry. So we're going to use some Deco foil adhesive. Any foil adhesive would work for this.
Okay.
What makes foil adhesive different than other adhesive is it dries sticky. It's a kind of a weird concept, dry, sticky.
Hence
so we
the
have
drying time.
Right, the dry time. So a lot of times I prefer to do this.
Pretty colors.
Yes, and this is the fun foil we're going to use. There's lots of companies that have foil on the market. This is a little pack of Ranger foil sheets, which I like for card makers because they're just these tiny sheets. Other companies have them in big giant rolls, and you just would need a very large project to use that much foil. So these are very handy.
That's
for card
what
makers.
Heidi Swap. She's got big large
yes,
rolls.
it's big. Yes, and there's.
But she likes to use them on big, you know, like almost wall art is what she uses them for.
And this, you can use this adhesive on fabric as well. So I'm gonna use a paper towel actually as my ink pad, and so I squeezed out some on my paper towel, and I'm just using my finger to kind of spread that out. I want to make sure there's a good amount, but I also don't want to just stamp into the glob of the glue because it just squishes everywhere. So I just spread some out there, and then I'm inking up my stamp.
And this won't hurt the stamp at all?
No, you've got to wash it really quickly, but it's not going to hurt it at all. And I'm going to do one big sparkle right here in the front of my card. And I'm going to take the time to go ahead and just clean that off.
So just soap and water, or do you need a
this is
special
just
cleaner?
water. No,
Okay.
just enough water. And I'm just going to take a paper towel and clean that off because I don't want my stamp to be sticky forever and ever and ever.
Now, what stamp set is that star from?
This is the Sparkle Melange stamp set, and it has all kinds of words and 3 different size sparkles on there.
Very cute.
I'm going to add some more while I'm waiting for this to dry. I'm going to take that smaller sparkle and ink that as well, and I'm going to kind of come around and hit up the edges.
Now, do you also sell the foil sheets and the glue in the store?
Yes, we will. Right now they're not up there, but after the show we will add them on.
Fabulous.
And I can already tell that my paper towel's getting a little dry, so I'm going to add a little more there.
Could you do it on your craft sheet, your craft mat, your sticky?
You need something a little bit porous, so something to kind of soak in a little bit of that
okay,
adhesive.
so it doesn't...
I really usually like to do the
like a baby wipe?
the foam pads.
Okay.
Blending.
Oh, the blending tools, yes.
There we go. Oh my God, that word's in there somewhere. But I forgot to bring them to the show, so
paper towel works.
Paper towel works.
I have baby wipes by my. They
baby
are
wipe
so
would work too,
especially
a dry ones. You know, I mean, sometimes
yeah,
because
they get left open all the time.
Right. All right, I just kind of went around the edge, and it's kind of hard to see because it's just kind of clear. But I'm gonna maybe allow that like 5 minutes to dry.
Okay.
Again, it's gonna dry sticky. It kind of looks a little cloudy. To me, you can't really tell too much of a difference, but we'll let that dry.
All right.
So this is pretty dry here. You can see it's a little more dull, not nearly as shiny, but it just still does have some shine to it. I'm going to use this little gold piece from the Celebrate pack. This one's one of my favorites because there's some like leopard print, some rainbow sheets, that's silver, and that's gold.
Cool.
Everybody likes some bling. So what we're going to do is just lay that over the adhesive, and I kind of use my finger just to get it to stick. You can kind of see where my stamp image was. You can use a bone folder. I'm just going to use my acrylic block because it's what's closest to me. Kind of just burnish it. Firmly yet gentle. It's kind of a strange thing to say.
Would your brayer roller work?
Brayer might be kind of soft. You really want like the edge of your bone folder because you're really trying to shove that adhesive on there. And if I didn't hit up all the spots, I can just lay it right back down and kind of rub a little harder.
So these foil sheets, one can be used more than once.
Absolutely. Well, you can kind of see where I used it, there's no more foil. So you can keep using that sheet until all of the design is gone. Oh, we're gonna have to use a block. See, I used my finger and it didn't really
Not quite hard enough. And do you want a firm surface or kind of like put like a mouse pad underneath or something?
I would put a firm surface.
Okay.
And because you're stamping with glue, you don't get super perfect crisp image. It's not like an ink pad where you've got just, you know, a fine layer of ink. So sometimes they're a little more splotchy because, again, it's a liquid that you're stamping with.
Right.
So I don't always like to do like a saying. A lot of times I'll try to use like some kind of an image instead of a phrase or a highly detailed stamp because it's just going to look a lot better.
It's going to look of a distressed look.
Yeah, more of a distress, not crisp and clean like stamping with an ink is. But if you were to ink up your stamp with a foam pad instead of a paper towel like I did, you're going to get some better detail than what the paper towel allowed me to get. It's still fun.
I gotcha.
And blingy.
Now, what if you don't have this special Deco foil glue that we were using?
So any foil adhesive would work, but it's got to be a foiling adhesive. It's the same adhesive you would use for gold leafing.
Okay.
Again, the trick is that it dries sticky, so it's got something to grab onto.
So, but now, not any tacky glue would work.
Right. The ones that actually say tacky glue dry, not sticky. I know the wording and their label is kind of confusing, but yeah, it's going to be specifically foiling adhesive. Okay. Now there's some embossing powders that say like a sticky embossing powder, and so what like the Ranger makes the sticky embossing powder. Or the, to me, there's not enough stick there. The perfect. Perfect something. Yeah. Something like that. It's called perfect something. It just doesn't have perfect enough medium. Stick. There you go. Yeah, so I really prefer the liquid adhesive, not the embossing powders that you can heat to where they're sticky. Right. They just, in my opinion, don't work. They work great for like a really fine glitter. They don't work real well for foiling. Okay. So I'm just going to ink with some Colorbox turquoise pigment ink. And you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to use a different... I used that saying just a minute ago and I really wanted to use a different one.
So we're on the same... do it. Same stamp set.
Same stamp set, yep. I just want a different, I've used that wording too many times. And I got sick of it.
You're sick of your own stamp set?
Well, you know what I mean. You use the same stamp over and over, you're like, time to use a different one.
It is. Change it up.
Alright, and I just had some clear embossing powder here. Something to catch it.
I'm eyeing for your heat tool, and there it is, off in the corner.
Yeah, it's over there. I may have to turn, though. I don't know how long my cord is.
It's all good. I can follow.
Yeah, it looks like it stuck to some of the... Oh, it reaches. Look at that.
We're just heat setting in the embossing powder?
Yeah, just melting that embossing powder.
Now it's done.
Magic of embossing powder. That's right. Clear's the best because you can tell when it's embossed.
I have the hardest time with some of the glittery ones.
Glitter embossing powders are near impossible.
Yeah. But these ones are pretty good.
All right. And then we've got a blingy.
So pretty. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.